What's going on, everybody? So today we're talking about the Resident Evil Reboot movie. So go ahead and hit the subscribe, drop a comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, you already know. And let's get into this bad boy. So pretty much here we're looking at this clapper board. And you can see the title, Resident Evil with the umbrella logo on it. And, the director and everything. So pretty much let's nerd out a little bit. Resident Evil. The words look exactly like from the game. And I like how they're putting it because it's appealing to us, the fans, and we can recognize it when we see it. And of course, you have the umbrella logos. So, right here, there's really not much to like Easter eggs or anything in this. It's just, it's just next to a screen that's going static. But if you look at it, I like how that old TV, that monitor is right there. That's like old school right there. It's not nothing new. So that does take place like, with we're in the games in the time frame of back in, 98, 97, during that time, 96, because when Resident Evil came out it was like around 96. I remember playing it for the first time. But I could see the wooden table. I don't know if that looks like I don't know, it's just me speculating. Could be a green herb inside that bag or something. Who knows? Probably is hinting at the mansion, the Spencer mansion. Alright, so let's talk about real quick about the director and the writer. So here we have Jonas Roberts. And I mean, he doesn't have the best of the best, but from the recent films that he's done, I don't know, man. I'm just hoping for the best, but whatever. I'm gonna stick to the ones I've seen. So I've seen 47 meters down, and I've seen the second one, 47 meters down and caged or something like that. I thought it was gonna be like Jaws, but the film was kind of like, I'll give it to him. I didn't see the other one that he made, according to the list on IMDb, but this from the two recent films that he did was from that one, from 47 Downs Uncaged. It was an alright film. I liked it, don't get me wrong. It was better than the first one. So I could see this film going with the horror aspect that he's going to bring in all those elements. And hopefully it stays true to the game. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate to the game. But as long as he keeps key elements, the mansion, the background, the music, the feel, the characters, of course, then that's all that matters to making a good film. I know a lot of people are picky and they want exactly frame by frame to the video game. We know we'll never get that, but let's give this man some credit. And hell, they're starting from scratch again. So I like it because they don't have Mila again, and that whole thing with Paul Anderson, that shit just got out of control. Too Matrix and just too like completely. That has nothing with the game. Anyways, so with the cast that they have, it's kind of weird when you look at them. But when you look at them and try to picture them into characters, I can see it happening. The characters and all that good stuff. And I have a feeling this film's going to do good. When it first comes out, probably people are going to be, I don't know. I know because we have that bitter taste from the last Resident Evil films. Those god-awful things is just like, this should have never happened. But this, I have a feeling it's going to go a different route. So from photo sets and things that have leaked and all that good stuff, we are getting exactly like in the game. We got the cop cars, we have the RPD, we have outside of the RPD, there's some not scenes, there's some pictures that I've seen going around also with the mansion, the Spencer mansion, the inside. They filmed, I guess, It or It 2, I'm not sure. But this time they're filming inside of it, so it actually feels like the Spencer mansion. So it's going to capture that horror element of the first of the first game, when you're in the mansion and all that good stuff. And then they actually put up a picture from a t-shirt, I guess when they were done filming. It's in black and white, but of the zombie. So if that's the zombie they're going to bring into the film, yo, I'm down with this film because it's staying true to the game. That's like some real shit right there. And that's the first zombie you see when you encounter, when you're in the mansion, you're looking for Chris, and he just looks over his shoulder. The zombie. That is beautiful because at least you gotta give them credit that they're sticking to the actual game itself. So nobody can say, "Oh, it's not close to the game." Yes, it is. So like shut your yaps. they're close to the game. So everything so far that I've seen looks badass, looks amazing. And how is it going to turn out? We have no idea. But I have some type of hope that this film's going to do really, really well and staying true and close as possible to the game. Because there's another picture I saw too that they had the herbs, and it says something about if you know, you know. They put a picture of a gun, which is I guess either Chris or Jill's Beretta, and had the star emblem in it and all that, just like in the game. And right next to it, you have the red herb, the blue herb, and the green herb. How are they gonna use that in the movie? That's a good question. But if we take a look at the cast, the actors I don't really care too much about. Let's look at the characters we're gonna get in this film. Unlike what we got from before with Paul Anderson, we're getting in this film, which is gonna be kind of a twist because as a director myself, and I've done films and all that good stuff, I kind of see what they're gonna do. So if they're doing what I'm thinking, they have gold right here. Why? Because they're taking elements from Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, maybe 3, but let's just stick to 1 and 2. And remember, in Resident Evil, the world of 1 and 2, those events, yes, they take place time after, but months. And you have RE1, 2, and 3. So if you put it in the timeline, yes, you can play around with it. You can do flashbacks, you can do all these things. And, in the past, spend some time in the mansion. And then when that passes, you go in, or it's probably setting up to Resident Evil 2. And probably it's a trilogy. And they'll do probably Resident Evil 3 within the same world. Not at once, but breaking it down. So leading into those films. Hopefully they do that. But check this out. We have Claire. We have Jill. We have William. We have Wesker. We have Chris, Leon. We have Chief Irons. And we have Ada, which is nice. We have Richard. Richard is from Resident Evil 1. The dude that gets bit by the snake. So that to me tells me we're getting for sure the snake in here. There's no doubt about it. And if they showed the picture of the herbs, you need the herbs. You need the blue one to cure the poison. So chances are they're gonna mix all 3 herbs and give it to him. That's just me speculating. There's another character called Sickly Mom. I have no idea. Probably she's gonna be sick. I don't know. Another one's Self, and I don't know who. The other one Orderly. I have no idea. Anyways, but let's just focus on the main characters. If they go ahead and do Resident Evil 1, they can go ahead and take key elements from it. They don't have to do the whole film based on RE1. You can still do RE1, time passed, it brings you up to Resident Evil 2, while the other elements are still fresh, because remember in RE2 when you're playing, in the intro of the original, it's like, a bizarre incident occurred in the mansion, in Raccoon City, the guy that's talking. So they can kind of use that and put that into the movie. Key points. You can show William in the lab as he's making the virus, and you can kind of get like elements from like the games, and just throw it all in there so you can get the highlights. You don't have to go into full details, just the main highlights of what happened, bring it up to date and work from that and just grow from it. So if I see what route they're going down, I think we have a solid movie right here. Opposed to what we already had, that's no longer, like I don't even want to talk about that, the old Resident Evil movies. Let's focus on this one. I think we have a good horror film in our hands, and it will please a lot of us. A lot of us are looking at it and taking it for granted, and we're like, I'm gonna bypass it. I'm not gonna. It's gonna fail. All the negativity, right? Because we're still hurt of what Paul Anderson did. For making us and giving us a shitty film all those years. I'm glad that's over. So now let's look at it. If you see there's pictures with the helicopter that look exactly like the one in the game with the STARS logo and all that stuff. You have the RPD that actually built, the set for the outside. The same with the Spencer Mansion. There's also a picture going around with this, I forgot her name, the actress, that she's apparently playing Lisa Trevor. So, come on now. Who knows what else they're going to throw into this film? But hopefully if they do explore, I think they can make a badass film with this. With all these key characters and all these key elements, for sure we can get something really, really good from this. Because this dude made 47 meters, what is it, the movie with the shark? And that's a good film. It's not the best, but it's a real good suspense movie. And it's a twist because, you have these sharks that are stalking you, and then, it's very gory. You see a lot of blood and all that stuff. So I see all that coming into this into this film. And yo, to tell you the truth, I'm riding with this one. I have faith that this movie is gonna be what we've been waiting for. It might not be 100%, but it will be better than that garbage, shitty film that we got from what's his name, Paul Anderson. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? What do you guys think? What do you want to see? Go ahead and drop a comment, all that good stuff. But I look forward to this film. So as always, hit the subscribe. Thanks for watching, and until next time.